Hi, and welcome to Kiss Me, where we dive into all of our favorite rom-coms. I'm Andy H, and today I'll be talking about Clueless, released in 1995. The plot. Clueless is one of the most beloved rom-coms of all time, where Cher, a fashion-obsessed Beverly Hills rich girl played by Alicia Silverstone, and her best friend Dion, played by Stacey Dash, joined forces to make over a new girl, Ty, played by Brittany Murphy. Eternally optimistic Cher also finds love in the form of her ex-stepbrother Josh, played by Paul Rudd. The movie that almost never was. Written and directed by Amy Heckerling, the movie was filmed in 40 days and made for $12 million to gross $56 million at the box office. Heckerling, riding off her 1982 success of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, wasn't looking to make another adolescent movie, so she pitched it as a TV show called No Worries. However, Fox declined. Based on her agent's advice, she then lined up a new movie deal. Original titles included Clueless in California and I Was a Teenager. Ironically, after the movie's cinematic success, Clueless TV show was created by ABC, with some original cast, but minus Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd, and Brittany Murphy. Christian's character was eliminated altogether. Heckerling wrote and directed a few episodes, however ended up walking away as it was not as fulfilling as the movie. ABC canceled after one season, with UPN picking it up for only 2, canceling it in 1999. The movie was loosely based off of Jane Austen book, Emma, but draws from Heckerling's real-life experience. Like Cher and Josh, her grandparents were stepbrother and stepsister, but of course not blood-related.
Not your dad. Why don't you torture your new family?
So technically Clueless is based on a real love story. And the constant bickering? Well, the director used her elderly family members as an inspiration. Where would we be without Rudd? The Ant-Man himself,
Thanks for thanking of me.
may not have lived to see another day or even the end of filming Clueless. After filming one day, Rudd went to Jerry's Deli to have dinner with a friend. Returning to his car afterwards, a strung-out man approached him, gun in hand, and demanded money. He put a gun next to Paul's head.
And he said, "You don't think I'm for real?" I said, "No, I am." He goes, "This is a real gun. You don't think it's a real gun?"
Rudd stated that he could feel the bullet go right through his hair,
And I had my backpack stolen.
which had his Discman and a copy of the Clueless script. Thank you, next. Rudd also auditioned for Christian and Elton, but he really wanted the part of Murray, but he didn't fit the description. Silverstone also initially was not a fan of Cher. She didn't like these type of girls growing up,
I could not stand them.
so it was hard for her to get into character. But she came around, since Cher has a solid
100% pure, good heart, and happiness.
I want her. Heckerling knew that she always wanted Silverstone to Cher as soon as she saw her in Aerosmith's crazy music video on MTV. Other big names almost cast were Sarah Michelle Gellar for Amber, but she had scheduling conflicts due to shooting the soap opera All My Children. Angelina Jolie auditioned, but was called too mature, and Ben Affleck auditioned for the role of Josh and Reese Witherspoon for Cher. Another Avenger, Jeremy Renner, was almost cast for Travis, and Dave Chappelle for Murray. The not-so-clueless costumes. The 97-minute movie had Cher change her outfits 63 times. Mona May, the costume designer, created characters using fashion with a small budget in 2 months.
The hell is that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein.
The fashion is so iconic, especially the bright yellow and plaid Dolce & Gabbana suit. May wanted to make sure Silverstone would pop and landed on the lemon yellow, etching it forever in the memories of fans. Rudd's wardrobe was much simpler.
I didn't say anything.
He used his own clothes, including his hat from the University of Kansas,
I never got it back.
the snub from CPK. The original plan was to film Ty, Dion, and Cher's lunch scene at a California pizza kitchen. However, when CPK exec caught wind of the final script and the phallic breadstick,
Long as his you-know-what isn't crooked.
well, they declined.
God, you say that it's a bad thing.
It was shot instead at Crocodile Cafe in Burbank, California. Classic one-liners. Beyond,
What's up? You jeeping behind my back?
Jeepin'.
Jeeping.
I'm outie. Ugh, as if. Whatever.
Rudd is personally credited for.
I'm bugging myself.
Donald Faison said, "When you see us laughing at the end, we're totally laughing for real, because nobody expected him to say that." And how he said it. Going postal
Josh thinking I was mean was making me postal.
was never in the script. Instead, someone who worked on the movie said it, and it fit perfectly. Ty's famous phrase
You're a virgin who can't drive.
came from the director's own life, as that was her for a very long time. She took the thing that embarrassed her the most and used it. It's Always Sunny in the sunny world of Clueless was overshadowed by many days of rain, leading to frustrating events. The house rental for Cher's house ended up being damaged due to crew members constantly walking in and out of the rain between scenes. It also rained so much that the production equipment trucks were at risk of being washed away. Did you catch this? When Ty and Travis meet for the first time in the cafeteria, Travis's tray is actually his skateboard. He broke his foot skateboarding on set. For example, here he has a cast on, but it's outside of our view. A fun fact though is he actually skateboarded across LA for his audition, including skateboarding on a freeway. Hey, since I caught you for a second, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment to this channel. This will really help me to keep on going. So now on to our rapid fire goof ups. Cher's father's desk seems to be facing the wrong way. The drawers and chair cutout are where he should be sitting, but instead are facing the audience. And of course, the floating door. Hey look mom, no hinges. The report card. Cher, who negotiated her grades with her teacher,
These grades are just a jumping off point to start negotiations.
states that her PE teacher changed her grade from C to a B,
She raised my C to a B.
but the report card shows an A. Cher's last name also shows up as Hamilton, but earlier her teacher calls her
Cher Horowitz?
So which is it? However, we also see Mel that is labeled to Melvin Hamilton. Theory is Hamilton is a nod to Fast Time Original Tie character Stacey Hamilton. We will let you decide if this was an error or an intentional mistake.
Oops, my bad.
The many disappearing acts. During Cher's driving test, she nearly hits a cyclist and sideswipes a parked car, tearing off her mirror.
Oh, should I write them a note?
When she's asked to pull over, the mirror reappears. We can also see a brunette stunt double driving the car. When getting ready for the date with Christian, Cher puts on her eye makeup, lip liner, and lipstick. Dee then applies powder to Cher's face, but her makeup is missing. Oh, and what about Cher's seatbelt? It's here. It's gone. It's here. During the wedding scene, we see Josh's glass have champagne. Coke, champagne, Coke. The groom also appears to have a full head of hair. Oh, wait, no, he's bald. I see you, baby. Some of the crew and director can be seen briefly reflected in a shop window through which Cher is looking, waiting for Christian to call. The shadow of a camera can be seen moving down the wall. The rings. Dion is missing her nose ring when she gets into the Jeep with Cher, but it appears a few shots later. Same goes to Elton's wedding ring. The actor who is married in real life, his wedding ring shows up when Cher and Elton are leaving the party. What did you say? When Cher and Dion are reading the card, they wrote to Mrs. Geist.
Did you write that?
That's like a famous quote.
From where?
Cliff's Notes.
Dion's speaking line does not match the words written in the card.
But thy eternal summer shall not fade.
When Ty and Cher are sitting at the table after working out, Cher says,
12 hours.
for a couple hours, but mouse or something. Dubbed on one of the most famous parts of the movie is during the debate, Cher mispronounces Haitians as,
The Haitians.
which helps her clueless image. However, it wasn't in the script, but Silverstone's honest mistake. Show us some love. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tag that alert bell to dive into further awkward but sweet encounters of our favorite rom-coms. Also pop in your suggestions of which movies are your favorites. Until then, I'm Andy H, and this is Kiss Me. Pucker up.
You're such a brown noser.
Oh, and you were such a superficial
I told you I wanted
space
it in the
cadet.
morning.